You are listening to the Network Marketing Mindset Podcast with Deb Erickson, Episode 1, Why Building Belief is So Critical to Your Business Success.
Welcome to the Network Marketing Mindset Podcast, where you'll learn how to transform your mindset and achieve massive success in your network marketing business. Here's your host, business mindset coach, Deb Erickson.
Hey, welcome everybody to my podcast. I have to tell you, I'm so excited that you're here on this brand new journey with me. You know, I've been in the industry myself now for 23 years. I have been working in network marketing both as a salesperson, as a business builder, as a leader, company leader, as a company corporate trainer, and now as a coach. And what I can tell you is this, that men and women are wired very, very differently. And for women, mindset is everything. In other words, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and your ability to either move yourself into action or not. Well, I got to tell you, there is nothing more important in this industry than that. So this podcast is really dedicated to showing you a success formula that focuses first on your mindset. So today we're going to be talking about creating strong belief. In other words, your internal I can. And let's get started by identifying exactly where your belief is. So where is it that if we were going to give it a score on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 is low, 10 is high, how would you rate your belief in your ability to achieve your goals in this business? Where is it? What number would you give yourself? Got it? So now let me tell you the good news and the bad news about your number. Your number tells you, number one, whether you're going to succeed and how difficult it's going to be. But here's the good news, is that you can always change it. In any moment, at any point in time, you can choose to change your core I can, that belief in your own ability. So let's talk about what your number means right now and what number you want to live at. So first of all, if you scored yourself a 1, 2, and 3, when you look at your goal, when you think about what it is you want to achieve, and you gave yourself a 1, 2, or 3, I'm going to tell you that's the no zone. In other words, it's not happening. No matter how hard you work, no matter how much effort, it is not going to happen because your belief is so low, so weak that it will not support success. Now, if you gave yourself a 4, 5, or 6, then you are in what I call the maybe zone. So it's kind of like a flip of the coin. Sometimes it's going to work, sometimes it's not. You're going to work really, really hard, though, at what you do because you are constantly fighting your own internal belief, your own blueprint. Now, if you gave yourself a 7 or an 8, then you are what I call in a better place, a better zone. And what that means is that you are moving in the right direction and you are going to succeed more than you fail, but you're probably going to put more struggle into the process than you really need to. However, if you live your life at a 9 or a 10, you are living in the yes zone. And when you live in the yes zone, people look at you different. They talk to you different. They approach you differently. In other words, living in the yes zone elevates your confidence to a place where you become irresistible and truly quite unstoppable. So yes, our goal is to get you living in the yes zone as much as possible, but specifically when you are engaged in critical business activities. But let's talk a little bit more about why you are where you are today. So the first thing I got to tell you is these podcasts are judgment-free. So I don't ever want you to come to a podcast and then beat yourself up and think you are less than. I want you to come here, open your eyes, open your heart, become aware, and then make some new choices with that new awareness. So let's talk about why you are where you are. Because you are where you are because of your past. Because of your past programming, your past beliefs, your past memories. In other words, the past is creating for you a blueprint that then your brain uses day in and day out to guide you. So let's talk about the difference between the conscious and the subconscious mind. So the conscious mind is the part of the brain that's alert and aware, right? You are problem solving, you are thinking, you're deductive reasoning and analyzing, you're making lists, you might be creating. It's the part of the brain where willpower and discipline live. But with all of that, it's still less than 5% of the power to get the job done. The vast majority of the power lives in your subconscious mind. That's where you are on automatic pilot, where you have a blueprint and your brain is executing on that blueprint every moment of the day. So where do you think desire lives? Your desire, what it is you want and why you want it, it lives in the conscious mind. And in the subconscious mind lives your belief, your blueprint that says I can or I can't. And so that's why this is so critical, because your I can is 95% of the game. You guys get it? So let's talk about you as an adult, because we do know that the early part of your life, probably the first 7 years or so, you set up your blueprint. But what's happening now? Well, on a day-to-day basis, right here, right now, you are thinking about 85,000 thoughts a day. So 85,000 thoughts a day going through your mind like crazy. That's why we're so tired, right? Because that's a lot of thoughts. But here's the really important part. Of those 85,000 thoughts, 85% of them or more are repetitive. That means you think the same thought over and over and over and over again. So if you are repeating the same thoughts, the big question, of course, is what are you repeating? Well, if you're like the average human being on the planet, scientists tell us now that you are probably thinking of those repetitive thoughts, 90% of them are negative, doubtful, fearful. So 90% of the thoughts we think over and over and over, the ones that are repetitive, are negative chatter. We're filling our brain with doubtful, limiting thinking. So if you do the math, that means that you are thinking about 65,000 negative thoughts a day. Now multiply that out, 365 days a year, you're thinking over 23 million negative thoughts a year. It's no wonder you have doubts. It's no wonder you scored yourself like you did. Can you guys see there is a valid reason why we doubt ourselves, where sometimes we just don't believe that we can achieve it? It's because we are bombarded every single day with negative thoughts and negative energy. But before you get depressed or feel overwhelmed, let me tell you this, there's hope. Because we can literally reprogram the mind. You can reprogram the mind and bombard the mind with positive energy, positive images, positive language that can begin to change your I can permanently. You can also change it in a heartbeat. So you have two choices. Today, you can say, Deb, I want to figure out how to reprogram my brain. And I want to do it for the long haul, and I want to do it instantaneously on command when I need it. You're in luck, because that's how the brain works, and that's how the reprogramming process works. What we are going to do is bombard your brain over a period of time, repetition over time, which is how the brain is programmed to begin with a new message, with a new identity, with new confidence, with elevated knowing. You guys get it? That's where we are heading. So here's the really good news, is that it's fun. It's easy. It's empowering. Bad news is you're going to have to do this pretty much for the rest of your life, because to compensate for the years of negative energy, it will take years of positive energy. You feel it? But the good news is it's easy. It's fun. And it makes you feel better in the moment. Every single moment that you spend consciously elevating your language, elevating your confidence, elevating everything that is required for you to take your game to the next level, is another moment that you are chipping away at the negative framework that you're currently living your life in. So let's get started. I don't want you to miss a moment. Let me ask you a really important question. And that's this. If you were going to make a choice today, put your hands out in front of you. And in your left hand, you're going to put your current state, mindset, and state of affairs. So this is how I run my business. This is where my confidence is. This is where I am currently living as far as my beliefs. And in the right hand, you put what is possible if you reprogram the mind. If you began to bombard your brain, your subconscious and conscious, with messages of belief, messages that you can achieve your goal, what would happen? What I want you to do is hold those hands out in front of you and ask, what do you choose today? Stay where you are, choose to change. Stay where you are, choose to change. You guys feel it? Those are your choices. Left hand, stay where you are. Right hand, choose to change. Now, let me just say this. If you want to stay where you are, these podcasts are a waste of time, because in every single podcast, I'm going to talk about what you need to know about the neuroscience of the importance of your mindset. And then I'm going to give you tools to change. If you're the person that says, Deb, I'm choosing to change today, then I will tell you these will become one of your most valuable assets. You're going to want to keep them and you're going to want to share them with your team, because I'm going to teach you what's happening in a woman's mind and I'm going to give you the tools to change. So if that's you, let's get started with your first tool. So today I want to give you a coaching tool. These are all self-coaching tools. This is called a finger roll. And the idea is simply going to take your right hand and put it up in front of you and touch your first finger and your thumb together, and the second finger and the third finger. So we're just rolling your fingers, touching with your thumb. Got it? That's all a finger roll is. It's an anchoring activity. But we're going to anchor in something very special. We're going to anchor in really our slogan here, which is I can. Put your first finger together and your thumb. I can. And that stands for I can achieve my dreams. I can. You guys got it? It's that knowingness. It's that 10 level. I can. And then put the second finger together with your thumb and say I will. I will do what it takes. I have decided and I will. Good. And put the third finger together with your thumb and now say, I am. I am enough to achieve my goals and dreams. Feel it? I am. And then we're going to finish off the anchor with a little fist. And as you make the fist, just pump it a little bit and say, yes. That's your move into action statement. So as we begin to do the finger roll, what I want to tell you is every neuro tool can be simple or it can be advanced. And I'm going to give you some advanced ones. And basically the way we elevate a neuro tool is we use sensory enhancements. So we're going to use sensory rich experiences so that the brain grabs onto this neuro tool, and it's kind of like it's on steroids, right? It grabs it and it amps it up even higher. So how do we do that? Well, we can do that first of all visually. So I love having a vision board, right, that's in front of me every single time I use my neural tools. So I'm looking at my vision board. My brain is locking in on my goals and my dreams and my vision as I am anchoring in this message. That's number one. Number two, I love using my own voice, because as I'm speaking or as I'm listening, right, to an audio, what's happening is I am engaging that sensory experience. Next, I love to use everything that is anchors or is tactile. So I'm going to anchor into my body my new belief. And finally, I love using essential oils as a way to anchor in some kind of sensory smell, right? So I take my favorite essential oil that gives me a sense of power or motivation, and I'll put that in my palm, rub it together, and before I do my neural tools, I breathe in deep. So I let my brain get full of that essence oil, right? And once I have that, then I go into my tool. So here's what I do. I'd hold up my vision board and I'd start my finger roll. I can achieve this goal. I will do what it takes to achieve this goal. I am enough to achieve this goal. And then I'm going to speed it up. I can, I will, I am. Yes. You guys got it? Touch your fingers. I can, I will, I am. Yes, do it with me. I can, I will, I am. Yes, use two hands. I can, I will, I am. Yes, I can, I will, I am. Yes, I can, I will, I am. Yes. And as I elevate my energy right now for fun, check out where you are with your goal. Imagine your goal And again, right here, right now, tell me, how much belief do you have on a scale of 1 to 10 that you can achieve this goal, that you will do what it takes, and that you are enough? Give yourself a score. And notice if the score now is higher than when we began. It should be. It should be higher. You should be moving yourself up on the confidence scale, on the belief scale. And as you do that, what you're going to see is life changes. The business gets easier and more joyful. And you step into a place of personal power. You guys got it? Good. Well, that's it for today. That's part of the success formula for the network marketing mindset. I want you to believe that you can. I want you to decide that you will. I want you to know that you are enough so that you can step into your personal greatness, so that you can become unstoppable and bring your gifts and talents to the world. I'm Deb Erickson. Thanks for sharing this time with me.
You've been listening to the Network Marketing Mindset Podcast with Deb Erickson. To learn more about Deb's business mindset coaching, classes, memberships, and leadership programs, visit us at icaninstitute.com. And for free weekly tips and techniques to help you develop and grow your business, join our Facebook community today at facebook.com/groups/network marketing mindset with Deb.